Okay, so welcome to our event with ServiceNow and HBCU Connect. This is a ServiceNow virtual learning and hackathon info session. So if you're here joining us for this event, you are in the right place. This is going to be a huge opportunity. As a matter of fact, we work in the HBCU space, HBCU Connect, and this is the largest prize for a hackathon, for HBCU hackathon that I have ever seen. A lot of hackathons are out there that offer experience, and you'll get experience and great experience for participating in this hackathon as well. But there's also a huge incentive to participate, and that is in the form of not only huge cash prizes, but also other miscellaneous prizes as we go. So this is a great opportunity not only to learn, but to potentially earn as well. And that cash prize money can be used however you see fit for those teams that actually win. So we're going to jump into the details of this great opportunity with a great company like ServiceNow. We're going to jump into those details, but my name is Will Moss. I'm the CEO of HBCU Connect. I'm going to be your host and moderator for this session. So the way we like to do things is we like everybody to relax, make yourself at home, take this opportunity to ask questions, to meet some of the team members and kind of catch the vibe or the culture of ServiceNow, to learn more about the company that is behind this great initiative, and then learn about the opportunity for you. So we're super excited to bring this opportunity to you, and a big thank you and shout out to ServiceNow and the team there with Chris for helping out on this event. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with our agenda. So what are we going to do in this evening's event? Like I said, the big thing, I want you guys to ask questions in the chat, and to the ServiceNow team, if you guys will keep an eye on the chat and answer any of those questions as we go, I think that'll be awesome. But during this evening's agenda and event, we're gonna do quick welcome and intros from the ServiceNow team. Now, as you guys kind of know who I am and as the host, then we're gonna go dive into what is ServiceNow, right? So in order to participate in this hackathon, you're going to learn more about the ServiceNow technology and leverage that technology to compete in the hackathon, right? So you want to definitely know what ServiceNow is. So you want to listen up and ask questions, and really pay attention to that presentation from Tom that's coming up next. But then also we're going to talk about what to expect with the hackathon. So this may be the first time that you are participating in a hackathon, right? Or maybe you have been in a hackathon before, right? Or maybe you're wondering what kind of knowledge you need to have to participate. So we're going to answer all those questions about what to expect, what the schedule will be like, and then how you can participate and compete in the hackathon. All right, then we're going to talk about next steps. So how do you actually register to participate in the hackathon if you have not done that already? We're going to talk about those next steps, get you guys ready for that. And then we're going to have a little bit of time for you to not only sign up for the hackathon, but then while you're doing that, we can answer any of the questions that you might have with the remaining time for our event. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with a special little gift. For those of you guys that have jumped on early and on time, we're going to reward you with a special opportunity to win a $100 Amazon gift card in a raffle. So Jalen, if you're ready, this portion of our event will be presented by Jalen Turner on the ServiceNow team. So Jalen, if you're ready.
I am so ready. I am so excited to see all of these folks here. So how we're going to give this away is whoever can put the correct answer to this trivia question in the chat first will win the Amazon gift card. So the question is, what do we provide in order to help our customers? Drop those answers in the chat.
Those answers came hot and heavy quick.
Yeah, they came quick.
Okay, so Reg on my team. So Reggie, we got Reggie supporting us on the HBCU Connect side. Reg, can you scroll up and see who answered the question correctly? But I'll let Jalen explain the right answer to this question and any background on that.
All right, so the right answer to this is B. It is B. Yes, we do all of the above, but ServiceNow is all about digital workflows. That's what you'll find in all of our marketing, on our website. We're always talking about how we deliver the best digital workflow. So whoever answered question B first, you are a winner. I'll wait to hear from Reggie to see who that is.
Yep. And then for that winner, once you guys have been acknowledged, feel free to DM Jalen or myself with your email address and contact details so that we can follow up with you on that gift card. So Reg, have you got a chance to kind of scroll up? Hopefully Reg didn't slip away to the bathroom.
I think I know who the winner is. Let me see.
It's
it looks like it's Kayla Brown.
Kayla Brown. So Kayla, shoot a direct DM to Jalen or myself with your contact details, and congratulations, you're our first winner of one of the prizes with the ServiceNow Hackathon. In this case, our info session, but there's going to be some other great prizes as well. So I don't know, Jalen, if you want to touch on, how, some of the other great prizes that'll be rolled out.
Yes, absolutely. So y'all stick with us throughout the duration of this info session when we talk about all of the sessions that we'll have during our hackathon. Not only are we giving away big money prizes, but we also have some great prizes to raffle off. We have iPads, we have headphones, we have more gift cards. So you'll always be in a position to win something if you are an active participant. So make sure you're staying locked in to everything regarding the HBCU Connect and ServiceNow Hackathon.
Awesome. So why don't we get into some intros, right? So I know our first speaker is actually going to be Jalen. So Jalen, if you want to introduce yourself and talk about a little bit about what you're doing early in career for our candidates that are on the call.
Absolutely. Thank you, Will. So, hey, everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of familiar names in the chat. My name is Jalen Turner. I'm an engagement lead here at ServiceNow. I sit in our global talent acquisition organization, and I partner with HBCUs, Black student groups, Black professional development organizations to make sure that the candidates that come from these entities have the tools and knowledge to be successful in a recruitment process with ServiceNow. So since I've been here in April, I've partnered with over 40 HBCUs. I host events. I help folks build their resumes, anything that you need to be successful in a recruitment process. I also have some wonderful colleagues on my team that have their own DIBS focuses as well. Some for the Latin Hispanic community, women, those who may take alternative routes to getting their technical training. We're really opening the door and wanting to make sure that folks that don't always have these opportunities now are presented with them and can be successful in the technology space. So excited to be here. If you're looking for internships, jobs right after you graduate, if you have 0 to 2 years of experience, I am your girl. Reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. So awesome. I will pass it over to my Next Gen colleagues, over to Randy to tell you a little bit more about Next Gen.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Randy Relaford. I am the Director for Program Strategy, Racial Equity, and Academic Programs for the Next Gen team. It's a mouthful, right? But what that means and why it's important to you is that the Next Gen team, with our friends in early in career and our DIBS of product team, have decided to throw this hackathon to introduce you to the concept of what ServiceNow is, what it can do, and get you excited about career opportunities with us. The Next Gen program, first of all, we take back up a step. Full disclosure, I recently left the position as an assistant dean at FAMU. So I happen to love all the HBCUs, especially my Rattlers. I didn't see any names for the Rattlers up in the chat, but I am a full-blown fan of HBCUs. Now, that being said, Next Gen and the reason why it's important. So many of you know that for a long time, there were a lot of people who got left out of the conversation of who should be in a tech career. Next Gen solves that problem. And Next Gen really reaches out into communities that have historically been left out and encourages them to get into the tech space. So what do? We throw hackathons, right? And we have a bunch of postgraduate training programs designed to get you trained up and into our ecosystem, which is really a clever way of saying our clients, our implementation partners, and the ServiceNow world itself. Our training programs last from 8 to 12 weeks, and they're really designed to get you the skills that you need to obtain work in our ecosystem again. So the hackathon, really important that you pay attention tonight, because we want you to learn as much as you can about the platform. We want you to learn about the prizes, the money, but more importantly, we want you to learn about why a career with ServiceNow or a career within our ServiceNow ecosystem is something that you would want for you or for yourselves. Much like my colleague Jalen, we hope to get you in positions, again, within our ecosystem in the 0 to 2 year range. And we specialize on 3 career path personas: implementation consultants, application developers, and systems administrators. That being said, you'll hear a little bit more from my colleague Tom Sidebottom later on. He will run you through what we do, how we do it, and a little bit more about the program itself. And I'm unsure who I'm kicking it back over to, but you'll hear from me a little bit later on. Yeah. Chris.
What's going on? Welcome everyone. I mean, thank you guys for joining. I mean, excited to have you guys here. We got over 100 people on the call. We're super excited. In case some of you guys may know me, I'm Chris Rogers, Senior Program Manager for Diversity and Inclusion on the product engineering team. And some people may know me from my playing days at Alabama when I won a national championship there. We didn't win last night, but I'm still repping us. So roll tide out there. And then my job here, diversity and inclusion, right? Like after George Floyd happened, it's been a huge, big focus on HBCU, how you diversify talent into not just the tech industry, but all industry across, right? So you guys right now are highly sought off. Everybody's trying to reach out to you. Everybody want to build a relationship with you guys, but we want to do something a little different with you, right? We want to help you gain skills, and then whoever wins, because we know you guys are bright, brilliant. How do we cultivate this talent, right? How do we create something where you got a chance to win money, you may win 40K, you may win 20K, you may win Beats by Dre, headphones, all this other stuff, right? But what's most important you're going to learn is skill set, because that's what's going to take you to getting a job, getting a real career, getting real opportunities, is having a real skill set and not just being able to check the box. So that's what we are super excited, and that's why we decided to do this hackathon. And I don't want to spend too much time talking to you guys about who I am and what I am. I really want to get to the nitty gritty. I got my guy, Tom, coming. I'm going to give him a quick intro. Like this guy, Tom, he's been working with the ServiceNow platform for the last 15 years, implemented some of the cool companies, worked with some of the big, small, large. And guys, you know how the saying go, like you need to listen to the people who've been there, done that to help you get the bag, secure the bag. We start talking about stock options and talking about all this cool stuff. Like before you get all that, you got to have a skill set. Tom is a guy you need to like listen, learn, and lock in with. So Tom, I'm going to kick it off to you, let you do what you do best.
Awesome. Chris, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Gonna look for that next slide. Awesome. I'm Tom Sidebottom. I'm one of the principal architects here at ServiceNow. Chris, thank you for that amazing introduction. One of the things that you might not know about ServiceNow, we may be the largest company that you've never heard of. And Will, I want to put that into perspective a little bit. And so as we go to the next slide, here are some companies you probably have heard of. And one of the ways we measure the size of a company, we look at all of the company's stock shares. So I think you guys probably recognize these companies, and this is what their market cap is. So when you look at the size of these companies, this is their market cap. So the biggest one listed here, obviously, is Airbnb at 107 billion. Adidas is there, 55 billion. We got some big guys there, Zoom, 54.9 billion. So let's take a look at ServiceNow and see what ServiceNow looks like. So here's ServiceNow. Let's look at their market cap, 125 billion. So that's a cool number, but here's something that's even more important is, according to Fortune, we're number one on their list of the 50 companies with the best long-term growth potential. So it's awesome to have a market cap of 150 billion. That's cool. But what's more important than that is have the ability to continue to grow that. And I want to put that into a little bit of a perspective is our 125 billion is slightly less than Starbucks. We're also probably one of the most innovative companies that you've never heard of. So I've thrown some badges up there. Who do you think the most innovative company listed up there is? And you probably heard of it. I know you've heard of Tesla, Amazon, Netflix. Everybody's heard of those. If you're in the tech space, Tesla, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I think so too. Amazon, Christopher, thank you. Amazon, Tesla or Amazon. Okay, so a Salesforce, maybe. Actually, according to Forbes, ServiceNow is the most innovative company in the world in this special edition that they created. Number 2 was Workday, number 3, Salesforce. Number 4 was Tesla. And how could ServiceNow be more innovative than Tesla? And Will, I want to put that into perspective as well. One of the ways that we do that is, as we go to the next slide, thank you, Will, is we make a really slick front end for our customers. And I think you recognize this customer as well. This is a customer of ServiceNow, and this is what ServiceNow looks like to our customers. So at least this is what it looks like at Under Armour. Other customers you might be aware of are companies like Apple, companies like Amazon, companies like Nike, Microsoft, Sony Pictures, AT&T. Any car enthusiast? How about the Ford Motor Company? How about General Motors? Those are customers of ours. CSV, Walmart, Target, Costco. Those are customers of ours. And Will, we have something that we say internally here at ServiceNow. We say that we make the world of work better for people. And this is kind of a cool, flashy saying, we make the world of work better for people. But if you think about what work is a task that you complete or a series of tasks. And we talked about digital workflows a little bit ago. And a digital workflow is the ability to put tasks together in a way that they work seamlessly and effortlessly to make work better for people. And Will, we have another thing that we say internally that's also just as important, and that is that behind every great experience is a great workflow. So that workflow image I just showed you is behind every great experience of yours, there's probably a great workflow out somewhere. So I want you to think about something that works really well in your environment. So think something that works really well. And I bet that behind that experience for you is a great workflow. For me, there's a place where I get pizza at, and pizza sounds maybe kind of funny, but I just pull up my phone, and on my phone, I tell it what kind of pizza I want. And my order's kind of weird. My wife likes pepperoni, so we put pepperoni on the whole thing. And then I put what I call garbage pail on my half. I order my pizza, I jump in my car, I drive over to the pizza place. I don't even have to get out of my car. They're going to send me a text message and they let me know your pizza's ready to go. I go in and I just wave my phone under a scanner, a little door opens up, there's my pizza. Every time my pizza is perfect. It's excellent. And the reason is those guys have making pizza down. For them, that my great experience is because they have workflowed making pizza. Now, I want you to think about something that maybe didn't work as well as you would have liked to. Maybe it's not a good experience. I'll tell you a story that I've got. Is my wife and I, we were taking a vacation and we ended up in this small airport kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And my wife had lost one of her bags. And so I went to the baggage counter and I walked up to the gentleman and I said, hey, I can't find my luggage. And he said, okay. And this is funny. This is no exaggeration. He literally looked to the two sides of himself like my luggage would be sitting next to him. And so he said, well, describe your luggage to me. And I described the luggage to him. And he said, okay, well, we'll call you if we find it. And I thought for a second, I said, well, and out a Post-it note, a little 3x3 yellow sticky note. And he said, what's your name? And I said, it's Tom. And he said, okay. And he put it up on his computer monitor. And I go, do you want my phone number? And he goes, oh, yeah. And I said, my phone number is 303-123-4. And he wrote it down and he put the sticky note back on his monitor. And as I turned around and walked away, I felt absolutely sure that I was never going to see that luggage again. I actually did. It was in Denver when I got home. The person never called me. But when I got back to Denver, I went to the carrier and my luggage was left in Denver. So Will, I want to put that into perspective a little bit. And this is why I had that experience. Is I walked up to that counter and we see the customer over on the left-hand side. And I walked up to the counter. The well-intended agent that was there knew very little about me. So if he wanted to know more about me, he had to ask questions and say, you know, well, what's your name? Where are you from? What's your luggage look like? What's your phone number? And then he would do everything he could to try to help me. And again, well-intentioned guy behind the counter. So here's the difference with ServiceNow. So Will, I want to show him what the difference with ServiceNow is. With ServiceNow, as I walk up to that counter, again, well-intended agent, I walk up to the agent and I say, hi, I'm Tom Sidebottom. And it's likely he just types my name into the system and he goes, oh, hi, Tom. I see that you just flew in from Denver, Colorado. I saw you were on United's flight 217. And by the way, I noticed that one of your pieces of luggage was left in the Denver airport. I don't want you to worry about it. It's locked away. United Airlines has it in their luggage security area. When you get back to Denver, you'll just need to go to that security area and then pick up your luggage. That's the difference. So with ServiceNow, that agent would have visibility into everything about me as a customer when I walked up. So a lot of times people ask me, you know, Tom, what can we do in ServiceNow? And this is maybe something that you think of as you're going through this hackathon. What kind of problems can we solve? You can pretty much solve any problem that works the way I just described my baggage experience with you. So could we solve the pizza issue? We absolutely could. ServiceNow could absolutely do that. What about when you schedule an appointment with your professor or with a counselor there at the school? If that's cumbersome for you, we could absolutely solve that. We could do all that scheduling and stuff behind the scenes. So when you walked up and you did that, it would all be. So pretty much anything that doesn't work as well as it could, you can solve it in ServiceNow. In fact, I frequently say, if you wanted to launch the space shuttle, you could probably launch a space shuttle with ServiceNow. And the reality is you probably could, but the question would be, is that something we should do with ServiceNow? I'm going to let you decide whether or not that's something we should do with ServiceNow. Will, I'm going to stop talking about the technology. I want to introduce the company a little bit. If you go out to LinkedIn, I think most of us are familiar with LinkedIn. If you go out to LinkedIn, you'll see that we currently have 17,751 employees. And you see those people there, they're all smiling because ServiceNow is a great place to work. And the reason I know that is because LinkedIn went out and they ranked the top companies in the United States to work for. And ServiceNow was absolutely on that list. In fact, one of the things I'm always curious of is somebody says you're on the top of that list. I'm always curious. It's like, okay, so who else was on the list? If ServiceNow's on the list, who else is on that list? You would recognize those companies that are on the list, including Nike. In fact, ServiceNow is ranked right next to Nike. Nike's a great place to work. I actually did the Nike implementation for ServiceNow and went out to their Portland office. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people, they come to me and they say, you know, Tom, I don't really want to be a developer. That's not what in mind. In fact, ServiceNow right now, if you went out and looked at our jobs on LinkedIn, you'd see that we have 19,460 and 46. And Will, the type of jobs that we're going to have out there, if you look at that list, you're going to see that there's things like solution consultants, there are things like product managers, there's things like developers. So those are the type of jobs you're going to find. They're not just all technical jobs, which is really great. In addition to ServiceNow, there are 6,900 customers about that use ServiceNow. That number is actually bigger today. And those customers are also hiring people. They're looking for people who understand the ServiceNow platform. And that number is pretty impressive by itself. But notice that 80% of the Fortune 500 use ServiceNow. The Fortune 500 out there, 80% of them use our platform. In addition to those 6,900 customers, we also have 1,337 partners that are also hiring people that are familiar with ServiceNow. So there's lots, my point here is there's lots of job opportunities, whether it's at ServiceNow, whether it's one of our partners, or whether it's one of our customers. There's great opportunities within the ServiceNow ecosystem. And Will, when I'm talking about the ServiceNow ecosystem, I have to mention that ServiceNow certified is a great place to work. So Will, as if that wasn't enough, we also want to know that we're listed as Fortune's company with the longest growth potential. And Will, as if that wasn't enough, we're also listed as Fortune's world's most admired company. And I could go on and on and on with the list of recognition that ServiceNow has. And when I started by saying ServiceNow is probably the largest company you've never heard of. So, and I don't know if I said this, but ServiceNow is just slightly smaller than Starbucks, if that puts that into perspective. And I'm going to hand it off to my good friend, Kate, and I'm going to let Kate take the rest of it. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be here. Kate, I'm going to hand it off to you and tell them what's to be expected next.
Thank you, Tom. I'm actually going to hand it back over to Chris, and then I'll speak in a little bit.
Oh, sorry, Kate.
All good.
Yes, next slide, Will. Next slide. Hey, I'm an action person. Show me the money kind of person. So I want to show y'all the prizes, the opportunity. Kate's gonna go over all the good stuff, what's gonna happen. But as you guys see, as you guys get ready to fill out, what we need from you guys right now, we're gonna need everybody to sign up. If you haven't signed up to the next step, because step 1 is being here. Step 2 is actually signing up for the actual hackathon. We'll drop that in the chat in a second. But as you guys see, you guys going to be, this is what we're going to try to solve for: healthcare, housing crisis, education, unemployment, right? Social equity. So like these are going to be the kind of apps you're going to be developing and what we're looking for in the hackathon. So like this is what we're trying to solve. We want to solve for real problems and let you guys, I know you guys are going to do great. So Kate, I'm gonna hand it back off to you and let's talk.
Thanks, Chris. Hey, everyone. My name is Kate Szymowski, and I work with Randy on the Next Gen team over at ServiceNow. Will, if you want to go to the next slide. So Chris talked about all those great prizes that you could win at the end of this, but I'm going to talk about how to actually get there. So how does this whole event work? So it's going to start with some virtual self-paced learning. So each week you're going to get about 2 to 3 weeks of content to consume, where you're going to learn the basics of the ServiceNow platform and how to build an application. We're going to have weekly check-ins where we review the key topics of the content that you had reviewed, and then also have time for Q&A for you to ask any questions for things that don't quite make sense. We'll have TAs there from ServiceNow. So a great opportunity for you to meet other people within the ServiceNow ecosystem, and then also just make sure that you're grasping the content. And then we're also going to have a great professional and career development session that Jalen and Randy are putting on. So that's going to bring us to the actual hackathon event, which is going to start February 22nd. And we are going to put you in teams of 5, and they likely be teams of people that don't know each other. So it'll be another great opportunity to meet others from different HBCUs. And you'll also be assigned your own ServiceNow mentor to help you build the app. You're going to build an app, of course, based on the global issue that you chose on your application. And then we'll have presentations and we'll award those prizes. Next slide, Will. So here we have a little bit of detail about what kind of content you're going to be learning. The first 3 weeks are going to be focused on our ServiceNow Fundamentals course. That's going to be the basics on how to navigate the ServiceNow platform and some of the key kind of pieces that you'll want to implement into your apps. And then weeks 4 and 5, we're going to dive into actually building applications on the Now platform. Week 6, we're going to kick off that hackathon. We'll put you in teams where you will work on your apps for a week. And then we'll move to the judging stage and announce the winners on March 8th. And Jalen, I'll kick it off to you to go into some detail about the weekly check-ins.
Thank you so much, Kate. That was awesome. Some good information that you'll need in order to participate. So Kate already showed us some of the details about what those weekly check-ins will look like. They'll start on January 18th, end on March 1st. It is super important that you try your best to be live at those sessions. 1, because we're going to have great prizes to give away if you're actually there. And 2, because you want to get your questions answered and you want to make sure that you're actually learning and retaining the information to the best of your abilities. At the end of all this, Chris talked about this, you're going to get trained on the ServiceNow platform. That is a world-class skill and a pricey skill to attain if you had to do it on your own. So this is a tremendous opportunity, and it really puts you ahead of the pack for those that are looking to break into the tech industry. Whether you are a tech professional or not, we have opportunities across our entire business, and that really puts you ahead of the game. So make sure that you're coming to those weekly check-ins. We're also going to talk about professional presence and what that looks like, and help you all gear up to give those presentations for those of you that will be participating in the hackathon. So make sure that you make it to that as well. Next slide, please.
Yes. Man, you got me so hyped right now, Jalen. I mean, I almost wish I was back in college. I wish I can like be a part of something like this when I was in school. They didn't have this when I was around. But you guys take full advantage of this. Like I say, this is the hackathon information. Like after you go through the 6 weeks training, we're gonna have a hackathon. We're gonna put you on teams. And then another thing that's missing is you're going to be able to present the top 8 teams. We'll be able to present in front of our executive leadership team here at ServiceNow. So that's invaluable, right? Getting in front of the directors and VPs and SVPs. And so you never know where this thing can go to. And then also another reason why we're not just letting everybody pick their own team. We want you guys to network within each other at other universities, because we think building that alliance, if you go to Alabama A&M, you on a team with somebody from Morgan State or Morehouse and Tuskegee, whatever, right? Like you guys get to network within each other, and y'all get to build friendships and network within each other. So that's what we really want to do. Want you guys to not just have a team that you always work with, and we want you guys to work cross-functionally. And then also, if you are a nurse major, right? You're a nurse major, you may be on a team with an engineer and a finance and accounting person, but what drawing you guys together is you care about the same cause, or the same interest to develop an app. Past hackathon winners, they have developed anything from school app, emotional learning. So you can develop anything, like Tom said, on our platform. And then the only thing you can't do on our platform, and I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, video, like I know people like video apps. ServiceNow not the platform for you. Video apps, or what's the other thing? Video apps and game apps. Games and video apps, we're not the company for you. We don't do that. But anything else, digital workflow, that's what we do. Efficiency, automation, save time, like that's our strength. So I just wanted to make sure I called that out. If you have registered already, you do not have to register again. So yeah, go to the next slide, Will. We talked about that already. This time, go to the next one, because I want to get the QRL code just in case. Yeah, this is what I want everybody to be on. Right now, go to your QRL. You can use your phone. I dropped it in the chat, but if you haven't registered, hold this up to your phone. You can register. And like I say, it should take less than 5 minutes. But yeah, while you guys are doing that, let's kind of talk, ask questions, kind of things of that nature.
You want to turn the DJ duties back on?
Oh yeah.
There are a couple questions that came through the chat that I think are important to answer. Christopher Silas, he said, "Can I participate as a graduate?" Absolutely. If you're a recent grad, then you are more than welcome to participate. We're looking for folks from 0 to 2 years. So if you just graduated in December, if you graduated a year ago, if you graduated in 2020, you're eligible to participate. So I just wanted to make sure that that was clarified for everybody. Register, come attend. We want you to be able to get this training as well.
We also have
one more.
No technical experience necessary.
None
Absolutely
at all.
not. None at all.
Okay, so
one more question, but I can't find it.
So yeah, we can definitely jump into some Q&A, but for right now, I think it would be great if you haven't already. So there's like a 2-step process, right? One step of the process was for you to sign up for this info session through HBCU Connect, but the second step of the process was for you to sign up for the hackathon. So what we want to have happen is that you came to the info session, you learn more about ServiceNow, you learn more about this great opportunity, and you say, yes, I want to participate. So the way you say yes, you want to participate is by signing up for the hackathon. Now, some of you guys may have already done that because you received the email right after we got you registered that had the link to the hackathon. But if you haven't done it already and you want to participate in the hackathon, go to hbcuconnect.com/hackathon. There's a link right there on the screen. And then there's also the QR code that will lead to the hackathon registration as well. So we want to give you guys 5 minutes to do that. While we answer some more of your questions, we want to make sure that you go ahead and sign up to participate in the hackathon, because there is a limited number of slots as well for the hackathon. So that limit was what, 200?
200. And I'm gonna give you that number exactly, tell you what we at so far. So I know you got some friends. Oh, it's too loud. My music's too loud.
No, a little bit. I have somebody in the chat asking too that they're a doctoral student and there's no option for doctoral students. So what should be his answer to that? He's trying to get registered.
Oh, just say graduate. Just say graduate student. It's okay. Just say graduate student.
Just say graduate student. Is it okay to participate if I want to participate for experience? I have a background in tech, but I want to improve my efficiency.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I also see a question here for internship opportunities for international students. And so let me throw my plug in on how the hackathon can tie into an internship opportunity. So ServiceNow obviously is a huge company. Like Tom said, it's probably the biggest company that you've never heard of, right? They have lots of internships and they have lots of job opportunities. They do offer internships. And I think one of the attractive things, correct me if I'm wrong, they do also do some internships or jobs after graduation for international students for some fields, right? So now, how does that tie into the hackathon? You want to participate in the hackathon, not only for the experience. So this is something that you can put on your resume, right? You participated in a hackathon. Imagine if you win the hackathon, you can describe, what your what was the app that you built, how you won the competition. You can put that money to use towards tuition or whatever your expenses are, or how do you see fit. But then that exposure that you get during the hackathon to the ServiceNow team, you will have the opportunity to engage with the ServiceNow team, to meet some of the players on the ServiceNow team. So if you're angling for an internship or a job after graduation, I can't think of a better way for you to kind of get your foot in the door and show what you can do and network with the ServiceNow team to help you get one step closer to landing that coveted internship or job after graduation.
Hey, Will, this is Randy. Can I add something real quick?
Please do, please do.
So one of the important things tonight, and I want you to consider this like really heavily. You have friends who couldn't be here tonight, who might not have known about this opportunity, who might have saw it and just thought like, this is really not something I have time for tonight. If you found this to be good, please invite your friends in. This is about the hackathon and about the prize money, but it's about putting your friends on. It's about putting your friends onto a career path that they might really love and they might really thank you for down the line. We're really trying to make the net as wide as possible and catch everybody. And so if you have people who are on the sidelines who didn't know about this for whatever reason, invite them in. As long as we have opportunities for them to register for this, we'd love it if we had a full field. And again, this is about the prize money for sure, but it's also really about putting your friends onto an awesome career path.
Yeah, so just to give everybody an update, we had 172 people signed up. So we roughly only got like 25 more slots left. And then what's going to happen next, right? After we get to 200 people registered for the event, Kate and I, we're going to have a waiting list. And after the waiting list, so two things are going to happen, right? It's going to be a waiting list. You still will be able to participate in the training, and just naturally things happen, people work, family happen. So some people are going to drop out just naturally, or they're going to get to it, say, hey, I can't do it. We want you to do it. But then the people on the waiting list would then take their place. So, but right now, the first 200 people who sign up will automatically have their spot guaranteed to be in the hackathon. The other people after the 200 will be placed on the waiting list. You still will be able to attend all the trainings, go through everything, and XYZ. So right now we at 188. So if you got that friend or that cousin or girlfriend, boo thing, whatever you got, you need to be hitting them right now and telling them they need to jump on, because the spot is kind of, the block is hot right now. So
tell your boo there's only 10 slots left.
it's only, yeah, literally. So
no, this is awesome. So let me run through the details on this slide real quick, just in case anybody missed it. If you haven't signed up yet, go to hbcuconnect.com/hackathon. You can still sign up even if we go over 200. There's going to be a waiting list, like Chris said. And then as people drop out, then we'll pull folks first come, first serve from the waiting list. And then some of those folks might fall out of the range for the event. So there may be some space still on the list based on that. But registration closes on January 14th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. As you guys know, seats are limited. 200s are cut off, but we'll have the waiting list will grow. On January 17th, you should receive an email with additional details, including the Zoom link to the first session and the virtual learning handout. And the crucial thing is, as you know, we always have to communicate details through email, right? We can't phone call everyone for these events. So make sure to keep an eye on your inbox and also on your spam folder, because sometimes these spam blockers get aggressive and they can throw important email into your spam folder. So keep an eye on that and keep checking that after the 17th. And then that email will come from nextgen@servicenow.com. So did I miss anything before we go into any final Q&A?
Nope, I did just want to clarify one thing, because I'm getting a lot of these questions, especially from some of my EIC candidates in the chat. Even if you are on the waiting list, I certainly encourage you to go through the ServiceNow training and get certified. I cannot express enough how valuable that training is and how much more it enhances your candidate profile. I get so many questions from my EIC candidates all the time. What can I do to get ahead of the pack? How can I differentiate my resume? This is how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. So I encourage those who are on the line, even if you get that waitlist message, go through the training. If somebody drops, you have the opportunity to compete. But at the end of the day, you have something that has boosted your resume tremendously. So I just had to put a exclamation point on that.
Well, when we got 5 more spots available, so hey, like I say, 5 more spots need to be typing fast right now.
I got a question. Once they submit that, once they register for the hackathon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will they receive an instant confirmation, or should they just look for it on the 17th of January?
On the 17th of January. On the 17th of January.
Okay, so everybody who was asking about confirmation emails once you sign up, just look for the email on the 17th. And then Chris, if you share the list with us, mm-hmm. we can help out with that communication as well.
Yeah, just on the 17th. So just so everybody clear, on the afternoon, the 17th, I say around 3 or 4 o'clock, you just check your email from ServiceNow. Kind of let everybody know what's going on. So you'll get something around 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 17th.
I saw an interesting and opportunistic question here from Nikechi. And she said, I'm not a recent grad, but I'm a woman pivoting into tech. Do I qualify? So depending on that, when you graduated, you might not qualify for this particular hackathon, but I think the fact that we have NextGen here might be an opportunity. Randy, if you want to speak to those folks that might be interested in the NextGen program and how they can kind of maybe take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we do is help people with that pivot into tech, right? So our NextGen program, we have what we like to refer to as reskilling opportunities for people who were in a previous industry that might not fit the like, though they might have graduated from school, they're in somewhere else now and trying to move into the tech space. And that's exactly what our programs are designed to capture. So the answer is yes for next gen. Our next gen cohorts. Well, first of all, I put my information in the chat a little earlier. So if you want to shoot me an email, I'd be more than happy to talk offline with you. But the fact is, that is exactly what next gen is designed to do. So we would love to work with anybody who falls in that category. Thanks for the heads up, Will.
Yeah, I think that's huge, right? So for anyone who's on this call, right, and maybe you fall outside of that cutoff for recent grad to participate in the competition for the hackathon, you still may be able to participate in the next gen opportunity if you see the value, like the obvious value of learning how to leverage the ServiceNow platform. So that's what Randy just covered.
Hey, Will, hold on 1 second. Like before we get ready, my boss got to get ready to leave in a second, but I just want to, just like anything, right? The person who supports you, the person who kind of like get the funds and let me do what I do. I want to give Shake a shout out. I don't know if he's still on or if he dropped just yet. Shake, you there or you gone?
You got him.
He's gone.
He's
No, I'm
there.
here.
What's up, Shake, man? I just want to salute you, man. Thank you, man. I know you guys don't know Shake, but you know, over here for us, man, he's the force, the driving force. We didn't improve our numbers by 500% for minorities. And when I first took this job, we had 2 Black candidates on internship, and in this year we should have close to 45 students on the internship program. And kudos to Shake. And then also, I know we're not talking money, but I'm gonna say this to you guys, like our entry-level internship is $27. And if you become a software engineer, you're always looking at $27 to $50, depending on which role and what you're doing here. So Shake, appreciate you, man. Yeah.
No, thank you. I was trying to run and hide quietly before you could pull me in. No, thank you. Like, I think you guys said everything we want to say. I'm super excited about this event. We did a lot of recruiting last year, but I think this is the first time we do a hackathon at this scale. And I think between the learning and the prize at the end, I think you guys are going to learn a lot. I can't emphasize enough how critical the learning of the ServiceNow platform is for you guys, right? Like whether you win or not, having that on your resume becomes a major selling point for you guys. But more importantly, as ServiceNow continues to grow, even if you don't end up coming to ServiceNow, if you go to a different company that leverages ServiceNow, that's also a selling point for them. So whether you get in or not, please apply. Please take the time. Please take the time to learn the platform. You can do some really cool stuff with this platform. And more importantly, from a career perspective, it's awesome. This company is a great place to be. You have all the right people here. Next Gen is designed and built to help you guys. And folks like Randolph and team are just here to make sure you guys are successful. So I'm just grateful and blessed to be here and to be able to participate. So thank you, excited, and I look forward to see what you guys create with the platform.
Awesome.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Shake. Yeah. So, and then also I see some people jumping about interest for our internship. I'll make sure I drop our link into that as well. But yeah, like I said, I know the hackathon, we're gonna get this talent, we're gonna scope, but like, yeah, I just want to make sure we call out those key things. But back to you, Will.
Yeah, and let me reiterate that. So for our candidates that are signing up for this hackathon, I want you guys to think about something, right? So ServiceNow came to HBCU Connect, built a relationship with HBCU Connect, the intention to provide opportunities for more people of color and leveraging the HBCUs and the HBCU Connect platform, right? So this is us bringing those opportunities to you. So definitely take advantage. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the press releases or some of the news that has come out about ServiceNow's efforts towards, providing, scholarship money and donations to HBCUs, providing job opportunities. I noticed that some of the hires from some of the events that we've done specifically for HBCU grads were actually on the call today. I just got an email from a candidate that recently just got hired for ServiceNow for an internship coming up. And he responded back saying, hey, I'm going to join the hackathon info session tonight, but I just want to say thanks because I just got the job with ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is a company that's doing things the right way. They're providing opportunities. They're putting their money where their mouth is, and that money is going to you all as participants, and then potentially interns or full-time hires. So this is a great company and a great opportunity to just learn more, network, and potentially land an awesome opportunity. And again, I'll reiterate the fact that this experience can go on your resume. On Tom's presentation, you saw there were thousands of companies and 80% of the Fortune 500 companies utilize ServiceNow technology and the ServiceNow platform. So imagine having that on your resume as you're competing for future internships, or you're competing for a job after graduation, and you have this experience that you took advantage of with ServiceNow. So I just want to reiterate that and thank the guys over at ServiceNow for not only doing this program, but then volunteering their time to be here tonight to answer these questions, to provide you with an opportunity, right? So as you can see, this is just an awesome company. Since the very first time we engaged with ServiceNow, they've continued to engage with us and do things to provide these opportunities to the HBCU community. So they have 2 thumbs up from the HBCU Connect side, and really excited to hear about good things that happen for you guys after the event. So I know there were a few more questions that came in. One of the questions that I saw that might be good for, I don't know if this is for Jalen or for Kate, and that was, is there a specific time of the week for the virtual learning? Like, is it on a specific
go back to that one slide, Will. It's on that. I think it's like 2 slides above. No, one more.
Yeah, and so learning will be self-paced, and
Yep.
so this outlines, the pace in which we would like you to go, so that when you come to the weekly check-ins, you will have covered the information in your own time. So that's why we're super excited about the weekly check-ins, because that's where you can get your questions answered. You can dive deeper. We're going to cover what you learned in the past week, give you some tips as you go into learning for the next week. And so our weekly check-ins are always going to be on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That means that that's 5 p.m. Central time and 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll always be on Tuesdays. If you are going to participate, block Tuesdays, that hour off on your calendar, so that you can make sure you make it to those check-ins.
Excellent. I see another question here. This is a good question for, are all of the internships for 2022, the summer of 2022 filled?
No.
No, they're not. There is a good majority of them that are, but they are not 100% filled. So if you're interested in internships, please feel welcome to still reach out so that we can get that conversation started.
And I see a question from Rob Malcolm asking, are the seats in the hackathon limited? So they are limited because there's only a certain number of teams that can be supported. The cutoff for the hackathon sign up is 200, but then there's going to be a waiting list because some folks of course will drop off of that 200 because of either scheduling or maybe they're outside of the range to participate, that kind of thing. So we'll start pulling folks from the waiting list to participate. So you want to make sure you sign up just so you can be on that list. And then when you sign up, don't expect an immediate confirmation. The ServiceNow team and maybe with our help, we'll reach out on January 17th to confirm everyone.
Yeah, that's pretty much wrap up. Yeah, I think, let me tell you where we at with these numbers, just so everybody, I think we are, yeah, we're over. Just don't worry about it. If you sign up today, you'll be on the waiting list. Don't worry about that. We did go over. There's no big problem. We'll figure that piece out, but come to the meeting, come to the training, and then, because the big date for us is going to be February the 10th. It's going to be the date where we let everybody know when we get ready to start to like break everybody up into groups and who's moving forward and all that good stuff. So If you're on the waiting list, continue to keep coming all the way up to the, I mean, I want you to complete everything, but after the 15th, we'll let everybody know who's on, who's not, what team. We'll give everybody that information around that time period.
Yep.
I see a lot of questions in the chat too. Oh, sorry, Will.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Around international students and their ability to earn roles at ServiceNow. And the answer is a resounding yes. ServiceNow is willing to do what they need to do for the right candidate to get them in a position to work for us. So we do sponsorship and anything that you would need to be able to work for us. If we're going to extend an offer, we're going to do that. So to answer all of those questions about international students, yes, please reach out, apply, and participate in this hackathon, because this will get you in front of the right people. In life, it's not always going to be about what you know, but it's going to be about who you know and who you're connected to and who can put you in the right position for your career to go where you want it to go. So regardless, if you're on the waiting list, take that training, make sure you're putting yourself in a position to network and know the right people. That's what's going to make all the difference.
I couldn't have said it any better. Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better.
This goes deeper than the hackathon, right? Like, make sure you get in touch with us, right? There's so many opportunities in our ecosystem. Please, and I can't stress it enough. Invite your friends to interact with us, right? Like, there's so much more available. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
That's right, folks. So if you want to invite someone to register for the hackathon, the easy link to do that is hbcuconnect.com/hackathon, and that will forward them over to the registration page for the hackathon with ServiceNow, and then everyone can kind of look out for an email to come through on January 17th regarding your registration. Cool. Do we have any other questions before we close things or wrap things up? So I see a question here about the hackathon. Can the hackathon help participants get internships for 2023? I think that absolutely, because the hackathon is open to freshmen all the way up to 2 years out of college, right? So if you're a freshman or a sophomore and you want to participate in the hackathon, you can do that, right? So you're going to have exposure when you do that. So then if you get that exposure with ServiceNow and you're interested in that 2023 internship, and you've met Jalen and Chris and Kate and Tom and all these great folks on the team, right? You've met them, you'll have that chance to network, and you'll have that chance to be introduced to those 2023 opportunities as well.
And to add to that question too, you'll be trained on the ServiceNow platform. We get thousands of applications every single day for our internships. We love to find people that already know our stuff. So absolutely.
Sweet. All right, so if there aren't any additional questions, I think we'll close things up. I see one more question here in my DM. How do we check the status of our application for previously applying for internships?
You should reach out to myself or Jalen, and we kind of let you know what's going on.
Hey, you know what I like to do before we go is this: let's get a group shot, right? So if everybody wants to turn their cameras on, if you're okay with it, I like to get your smiling faces to get a group shot, for us to remember this event. If you want to turn on your video feed, I think that'll be well received. So we can see your smiling faces. We appreciate you guys jumping in and joining us.
Oh, well, I think I got to stop sharing.
Okay, let me stop sharing real quick. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, folks. So if you want to turn on your video feed, we'll get you guys in this group shot real fast. And let me thank everyone again, and again, thanks for all of the smiling faces, interesting backgrounds. All right, so everybody on the count of three, 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Oh, I missed it. I messed up. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me, one more time. One more time for me.
All right, y'all, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. Ready? You guys ready? Ready, Chris?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Jeez. All right, I appreciate you guys. I see you
Precious,
guys.
what's up, Precious? Oh, let me give him a shout out. Chantel, what up? I see some more people. Oh,
Guy is here. Rhodacia is here. Everybody,
Emmanuel, what up?
is here.
I see some of my people in here. What's up?
Hey, let me officially thank all of our attendees. Without you guys coming to this event, these types of opportunities wouldn't be available, not only for you guys, but for future people behind you, right? So you guys participating in this event helps us to keep it going. So I thank you guys for that. And let me also thank the ServiceNow team for being so great to work with, for supporting HBCUs, and for providing opportunities to diverse students and professionals. So big kudos to ServiceNow. We really enjoy working with you and look forward to some more big things. So I can't wait to see some of the cool ideas you guys come up with to leverage the ServiceNow platform to solve some challenges and problems. I think it'll be really cool. Man, this should be something hopefully that we continue to do for years into the future. So again, thanks to ServiceNow and to all of our attendees. So Chris, I don't know if you want to take us out.
No, I want to take us out, but like I'm starting to see all my faces, man. I'm seeing my guy, Miss James. I'm seeing my I'm just going through. I ain't seen him in a minute. Happy New Year's. Oh, Will, man, we got to shout you out as well. Appreciate HBC Connect doing an amazing job. Shout out to my team, Brandon, Jalen, Tom, Kate, Randy. Man, and even Taryn. Like, so, man, like I say, if we can't help you get on with ServiceNow, man, try to get you on something. We want you in the tech game. That's our biggest thing. Can we get you in the tech space? But I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on this hackathon in a couple weeks.
Get to hacking. Let's get it hacking. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a great evening. And if you haven't registered, make sure you register. Okay, guys. Take care.
Later.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.